Alright, so, how you guys doing? First thing I want to do before we get into this Q&A, I want to remind you guys that literally in 2 days, your chance to win a skateboard for £3 is going to be no longer existent in 2 days. So the 31st of March, as soon as 31st of March is finished, you can't win it anymore. You might be thinking, what are you talking about? Watch this video that's going to come up there. That's going to explain everything. If you want to win this thing, whole skateboard, yeah, £3. It's crazy. How does this work? Basically, if you purchase a sticker pack from acidapparel.bigcartel.com, the link is in the description, you are entered into the chance to win that. I'll ship it anywhere in the world. This, you don't understand, for free. It's going to get shipped to your house for literally £3. Pretty good. At the moment, for anyone who's wondering, I have nowhere near enough entries still, so it's kind of looking like the giveaway is just not going to work. But unless somehow magically in these next 2 days another like 30 or so people enter, that'll be sick, because I actually really want to give this board away, as I was saying before. But it's okay, you know, if you don't want to, then it's fine, you know. Anyway, let's move on from that. Let's get into the Q&A. If you want to participate into future Q&A, make sure you follow me on Instagram at Sashchev. Link in the description. Not link, but like it's in the description. You can just look it up. And I usually ask on there for questions. So, let's get into it. I'm not going to answer every single question. I'm going to answer the ones I like. First question. Why don't you skate as much anymore? See, that's a good question. Although it's a very generic question, it's a good question. I just don't make time for it, you know? Because before, I was thinking about this. I was looking at my Instagram, and before, like 2 years ago, I would literally make it my mission to skate. Like, that is the main thing I wanted to do. Nowadays, I'm just naturally skating less and less. Not on purpose. I just have other things to do and other tasks that I need to do before I can go skate. And usually the day runs out before I can do that. But now, because it's summer, it's going to be more longer days. So I'm going to be trying to skate more and making more videos. Of course, I mean, I'm not quitting skateboarding. I don't think I'm ever gonna quit. I'll probably just start skating less and less and then just do manuals only as I get older, because, you know, I'm not a robot. So yeah, pretty much it. It's not that I don't want to, it's just, I just don't, you know. Then we have a question from Amina. Shout out to Amina. Why don't you fucking stop changing your hair, you prick? You know what? I don't appreciate this bullying. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Next question. What camera do you use? I use, right now, I'm filming on a Canon 600D. Pretty mediocre camera. Autofocus on it is really terrible. It doesn't work. It's grainy in the dark, but, you know, back in the day, 2-3 years ago when I got it, it was top of the line. Now there's just much better things for much less money. A lot of the skate videos and stuff I film with a GoPro Hero 4 Silver. It has a touch screen and everything. This thing is kind of starting to shit the bed as well, so I might upgrade. And other times, which is kind of rare these days, my phone, which is a Sony Xperia Z5. Next question. If you're getting a car, which? That's in the works at the moment. I've been saying that for about a good year and a half now, 2 years almost. But it really is in the works. And my goal is to, instead of get a shit car for the first car, is to get a good car for the first car. If you have been paying enough attention to me, to my car Instagram, but in real life, I don't stop talking about the E36. That is my goal right now, is to own one of those in the near future. Of course, plans can fail, and, you know, not everything happens the way you imagine, but we'll see. I have plans, I have ideas. Hopefully it works out. But you will be the first to know, basically. Anthony asks, were you ever keen on fully getting into graffiti, like bombing and shit? Yes, that is really originally the whole idea of graffiti to me. I started doing graffiti when I was like probably 7 or 8, like really young, in Bulgaria. And of course it was everywhere, like it still is basically. You turn around, wherever you turn around, even if you're in literally like the middle of the city, you'll see like pieces everywhere, props and just mad tags and shit. And I was like, I want to do that. I would go out, you know, rarely. I would go out at night and like hit stuff. I was toy as fuck. I don't know how my tags are still up. If I go back to my old neighborhood, I can still find my old tags, which are just disgusting looking. But yeah, I still admire people who actually go out and do it, because it's so risky. It's literally like, it's almost not worth it. But I do appreciate the actual street proper graffiti writers who go ham and destroy stuff. I don't know if I'll ever get properly into it like that myself, because it's cool, but just the risk is, I think, just too much. Josh G asks a very good question. When you gonna collab with local? Soon, okay? Just everyone who is thinking at the moment, what is this? It's coming, okay? It's coming. That's it. Garfield asks, what are your thoughts about uni? I think uni's sick. Just in general, the idea of uni is really cool to me. I've grown up with the idea that I'm gonna go to uni one day, and it's just natural to me. So I never questioned it, and that's what I'm doing. So yeah, not at the moment, but I'm gonna hopefully be doing it in September. Hot Tech Decker Boy asks, do you still FB? Yeah, I do. On my fingerboard Instagram, if anybody's wondering, that's always in the description also. Eamon, I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name, but he asks, are you in college at the moment? Not right now, I'm at home. But in terms of in general, yeah, I'm at college right now. Final year, doing my final project, and then I'm hopefully going to uni. Ha! This is cool. Roka Skate asks, if you had an opportunity to live a Japan street racing lifestyle, but only with a Civic, would you do it? Depends, because Japanese people are crazy. And if I have Japanese friends, then yeah, why not? Because I'll just probably end up doing a rear-wheel drive conversion to it, and dropping a 2J in there or something stupid, and that is just going to be a drift Civic. So yeah, why not? If it has to be stock and just I'm not allowed to do anything to it, then no, there's no point. The whole point of Japan and street racing there is to modify your cars and to do crazy shit. George, with loads of full stops and numbers, asks, is there anyone you would consider putting on the ASID with a C, spelt wrong, team, and is there anyone already? For right now, no, because ASID is really tiny. ASID is minuscule. Once it gets bigger, and if I see the benefits in having a team, I would definitely do it. I do have people in mind, of course, but they'll most likely be just friends and people that I know myself personally. I'm not going to be doing tryouts and like people from across the world. Unless I know them, that is. This ties into a previous question. Prince Heel asks, if you have one airplane ticket, you can choose wherever you can go. What country is it? Question mark. So I'm guessing where would I go is the question. I'll probably go to somewhere in Japan. I'll take the ticket to Tokyo, and then I'll see how Tokyo is for a bit. I mean, this is hypothetical, so I would have enough money to live there for a bit. Probably choose Japan, Tokyo, just look around, experience the culture, and then see if I like the city. If not, then I'll get out of the city, go to the mountains. Archie Cartwright asks, Airwalk or No Fear? Honestly, when I first came to the country, those were the two cool brands, and I always preferred Airwalk, so yeah, Airwalk. Agustin asks, what type of skateboard brand would you buy after you snap your own board now? I mean, you're just assuming I'm gonna snap it, you know? The whole point of me going through all these boards and putting my own graphics on is to see which boards I don't snap, and which board I like the shape of, so I can contact that distribution and then end up making ASID boards properly. After this, I would just see what is around, see what is cheap, and see what looks good. And I'll just do that. I don't have any specific brand in mind, but in general, if I had to pick one brand that would have ASID graphics on it, is Heroin, because they just have the best shape, in my opinion, so far that I've ever skated, best shape. But the only problem is I snap them. I'm too heavy-footed, and they're not as strong as I'd like them to be. So if I can find a brand which has the same shape as Heroin, but the wood and the build is like really solid, that's what I would do. Caked666 asks, muscle or import? See, that just depends. I'm a person who is into cars that are accessible and efficient, in terms, not efficient, but not reliable, but like easy to own, as well as being sick. So for example, the E36. It's a European car, there's parts everywhere, and it's sick, it's fast. Well, not fast as in like Ferrari fast, but it has power. You know, BMW is European. I live in Europe technically, and there's parts everywhere, and it's a good car. So that's what I'm vouching for at the moment. If I lived in America, USA, whatever, I'll turn to muscle cars because they're powerful, they're from there, so there's gonna be parts everywhere. If I lived in Japan, I would have like 4 chasers just sitting in my driveway. Just one would be for spare parts, one would be an extra shell, the other 2, one would be a daily, the other one would be a drift car, something stupid like that. Just depends where I'm gonna be living. That's my point. In general, right now, imports. Joseph Frost with an O, like O as in 0. What GCSEs did you take? I took 4 GCSEs and I did triple science, art, geography, Spanish, and product design for my 4 GCSE choices. And I did triple science and double English, I guess. So I have 10 GCSEs, but that was a long time ago. Doesn't even matter, to be honest. That's the thing. This is what you guys are gonna find out if you haven't been through it already. GCSEs don't matter at all. They say they do, but they don't. Just English and maths is what matters. And really all they're needed for is for you to get into sixth form or college. Number 1 place to go to on holiday. I'll probably want to visit up and down California. Obviously LA, San Fran, Southern California, just those places, just to see how it is. Probably Las Vegas as well, like Nevada area, and then like Arizona. Just have like a month-long sort of West Coast trip. STG Shref asks, do you expect your YouTube channel to grow more? That, like, okay, not, I don't expect it to, out of just nothing, from thin air, just magically just grow. No, from watching YouTube and from being on YouTube for a while, it's not about expecting and like waiting for things to happen. You have to do things in order to receive things. I plan to grow my channel myself by doing more videos, you know? Yeah, I guess I hope that answers your question. Ison SB asks Converse or Vans. Vans to skate right now, and Converse I'm wearing for dailies. So yeah, either way, honestly, they're both good shoes. Whatever you like the look of. Seed.s13 asks CA18 or SR20. If anyone doesn't know what that is, look it up. It's 2 iconic Japanese engines which run in Sylvia's S chassis. Nissans. Now, SR20 to me is like, I can't really make my mind up on SR20s because some people say, I love SR20s, best engines ever. But then I look at them and I listen to them and I'm like, is it really worth owning an SR20 since it breaks all the time? It's not like reliable like a JZ, and it sounds okay, but there's just better sounding engines. But then the CA18 is so rare, like not many people run CA18s that I've seen. If I had an S chassis and I had to choose the engine for it, I'll probably go CA18 because it's so rare and it's cooler to say, oh, what engine are you running? A CA18? What the hell is that? You know, not many people know about it. SR20s though, everyone knows about SR20s. So I'll say CA18. So yeah, that's all we got time for today, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I answered your question, and I hope you learned something new. Maybe, I don't know. So yeah, once again, I want to remind you, you can win this board for just £3. If you want. Obviously, it doesn't seem like you do want, because, you know, not enough people have entered. Thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next Wednesday at 1 PM with something cool, okay? Hold up.